Hello, everyone. I'm Cheldin Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. He's back. I'm so excited. I can't wait for him to introduce himself, his first and last name, and what he's up to.
Cheldin, I'm Bezich, men's health advocate, contributing writer to phillyvoice.com, and of course, the author of Crack the Code, 10 Proven Secrets That Motivate Healthy Behavior and Inspire Fulfillment in Men Over 50.
Yes.
How are you today?
I am lovely. I'm always better when I see your face, my friend. I'm always better when
Thank you so much. I love being here.
Wonderful, wonderful. You sent me this topic and I was screaming. I was so excited. I want to dive on in with you and talk about sleep.
Well, sleep is so incredibly important, but so I'm always about obviously advocating for health, primarily for men, but for our entire population, looking for insights, giving people the edge, some tips on what to do.
Yeah.
And, recently it occurred to me in all the stuff I read that the thing that keeps coming up a lot, the common denominator, if you will, is sleep. Right? It's incredibly, incredibly important. It goes all the way back to, think about Ben Franklin, right? Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise, right? Now, of course, in those days, it was making men healthy, but I would suggest to you that applies.
Yeah, right, exactly.
All of us. But I think he really hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Is that it's sort of fundamental and foundational to everything of our health, our well-being, and our quality of life.
Our quality of life. You're so right, and I think that now more than ever, we're inundated with so many things, and we don't really give ourselves the opportunity to turn it off, right? So, a lot of us sleep with our phones right by our heads. The phone is plugged into the wall. We're scrolling until our eyes shut. And so sleeping is one thing, but sleeping well, right, may be another.
Well, it's such a problem, but the problem is it's not recognized as the problem that it is. The CDC, who we hear so much about today, has really declared insufficient sleep as a public health problem in this country.
Wow.
1 in 3 adults, just over 1/3 of the population of adults don't get enough sleep. And the other thing that struck me is that even if you lead a healthy lifestyle, like your diet is good and you exercise regularly, if you don't get enough sleep, you can undo those benefits. So it is incredibly important. And then on top of that, it can, you can be, a lack of sleep makes you irritable. It can make your brain not function. You can become forgetful. The other thing is that you're at increased risk for chronic disease, developing chronic diseases like diabetes or, heart disease or obesity. And that's not good. I mean, your sex drive can drop. You don't have enough energy for exercise. You can gain weight. And there's even literature that links lack of sleep on a consistent basis with greater rates of unemployment. So this really can have a profound effect on people. And most folks don't recognize it.
No, I think that is really interesting, especially what really triggered me is for all of you out there that are working so hard on your diets, working so hard on your workouts, really doing that, and then staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning watching television or working on a project. You are counteracting all of that work you did all day long, that rice and chicken that you've been eating, all of that goes out the window when you don't really marry that with a good night's sleep. That is so interesting.
So let me give you give your listeners and your viewers 4 tips on how to. There's a ton of things you can do, but let me just give you 4. One is have a good and irregular sleep schedule. Right, go to bed as much as you can at the same time every night. Get up at the same time every morning. Try to get that 7 or 8 hours of sleep that the government says you should get for healthy behavior. Number 2, it's your environment. You have to have what they call a restful and a peaceful environment. That means it's got to be dark and cool and quiet, right? Turn off the television.
Yes.
Close the laptop. Put the iPhone down. Those are major distractors that disrupt your sleep, and that's That's not good.
That's
All right. The other thing is, physical activity. It is good, when you do work out and you do stay physical, that can, put you in a situation where you're tired at night, and it helps you just be calm and go to sleep. And then the fourth and the final one, which I'll give you, which is super important, which is make sleep a priority,
yes.
right? This is not just some insignificant thing. As I rattled off all those bad effects or ill effects of lack of sleep. So take it seriously. It is really, really important.
Oh my goodness. I think it is really hitting home with me because, again, you have that list that I have, and I'm sure I got plenty around it. I got lists of things that I need to do, and I usually keep my list very, very short. I have today lists versus to-do lists. But in doing so, sleep is never a priority for me. It just isn't. It's just something I do when I collapse at night after I've done all of the other things that have been a priority. And so
it's an afterthought. It comes at the end when the other priority. So you got to make it a priority. And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's a level of discipline and commitment that you need to make, but it's to make to yourself.
Yeah.
And of course, by extension, to your family, your loved ones, and your employer, and everybody else that's impacts on your life.
Absolutely. And truthfully, I'm working very hard on my health during the day, and I'm not looking to lose and go backwards just because I'm not getting enough sleep. I refuse to do that. I refuse.
Health is a 24-hour a day commitment.
Right. I refuse. I'm going to get some sleep. Thanks to my sandwich. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to do my best to rest. I love this. I love this. My darling, if people want to follow Fannin like you, get their hands on that book and get in touch with you to learn more, where would they find that information?
Find all this information at 50plusmen.com.
Oh, I love it.
Find out all the stuff that I'm involved with.
Okay, good. No excuses. I'm telling you, each and every time he is on, he teaches us something new and practical in order to make our lives better. Thanks so much for joining me.
Great to be here, Cheldin.
Of course, from all of us here at This Is It TV, I'm Cheldin Barlett-Rumer, and we will see you soon. Take care.